like this track.
This is good.
My fault, I'm just jamming after this shit. My fault. This shit was, had me in the moment for a little bit there. I gotta do a beat show soon.
Yeah.
I just got complete 12. Yeah. So, got a lot of new sounds to play with. And a lot of new samples too, shit. So we're gonna make something here in a couple of sessions. Make a beat with Bob.
Yeah.
Come on, Bob. Spit some bars, bro.
What? Nah.
Bob bars.
Nope.
Bob bars. Bob bars.
Nope.
It's a hot track. I gotta finish that.
I can't dance. I can't rap. I stay where I'm at.
You can rap. I know you got bars, bro.
I think the rap game's dying, brother.
What's changing?
Yeah, we're going to that. What's changed? I think it's changing, but it's more turning to pop.
These things have a way of doing a full circle.
I think pop is coming back, yeah.
So, I'm not worried about it.
I mean, it's really nothing to rap about anymore. I mean, the
The
civilization...
topics changed.
No, I'm saying, if you compare America to the 1980s...
That's a whole different story.
Some of the cities in the 90s, you look at that now, technology took over. All the cities are getting richer. Even the bad cities are fucking good.
Right.
The main rappers, where do they come from? New York, L.A., Chicago, Philadelphia.
Atlanta.
You know, Miami. You know, maybe Houston.
Right.
Down south, like Louisiana. But these places are...
Youngstown.
Yeah, the kids now that are fucking... How about this? The kids that are 13, 14, they're walking around with cell phones. Mm-hmm. We were walking around with sticks.
Yeah.
Seriously.
This is true.
Seriously, though.
Access to technology has made an entire different generation.
Yeah, so the rap game was all about gangster rap at first. I thought first it was hip hop.
First it was friendly, then it was
Not
anti-drug,
really.
Then it was pro-drug selling.
Yeah, it's changed a lot.
Then it became drug using like it is now. You know, so it's like.
All I'm saying, the peak of rap, I think at its peak is when it was gangster rap. That was at its peak.
I'd say like 98, 97, 98 was
I would say
a couple of good years.
No, I would say the peak of rap is definitely the whole 90s was a peak for them. Because they just went crazy.
There was an upward.
Yeah, the whole 90s.
Curb.
I think in the early 2000s it was still good, but like all the guys, like I say Jay-Z, Eminem, they were all getting older. We were getting older.
Right.
Like, when you're 22, 23 years old, you want to listen to it though, but you're not like into it enough. I don't know. It's weird. You're into girls, other things. You know, you're working and stuff. You're not really when you're 16, 17, you're home all day. You have a Walkman. You listen to rap. But now these kids these days, I mean,
You got the world at your fingertips.
yeah. I mean, but
It's a different come up.
But rap, I think rap died about 2005. It started to die. It really started taking a dive. I think it turned into pop because I remember being in the bars in 2010 and they were playing all this like stuff from Europe and stuff, and there's like this house music and every song a girl was
You just like go into those kind of lounges.
yeah, what?
You wind up at places that play shit like that.
You remember that though? But that's
At least two clubs, yeah. They sounded exactly the same, and it was like, okay, this is just a
Fill me up
style
too,
of
brother.
club, man. You know?
from you. No, I'm just.
That's it.
But yeah, I think rap is dying. It's over.
Do you think there's a chance for it to come back?
Nah, economy's still good. That's it.
What?
Not right now.
That
but
has nothing to do with
No, I'm saying-
anything.
No, I'm saying because poverty. Poverty, in my mind, poverty created rap pretty much.
Yeah, but it grew into a whole culture now.
Yeah, but the culture's different now. Now the culture, everyone has a cell phone, an iPad. Everyone's getting a car at 18. A lot of people, even like.
Not everybody.
Listen, just look at America alone. Look at the major city. Look at New York. Look at Brooklyn.
Right.
Almost half of Brooklyn just got built up. You know, all those neighborhoods were bad. So they're gone now. So I mean,
well, they're realizing the real estate potential of those
look at
neighborhoods.
it this way. What do you think? You think these kids who are living in a $1.5 million brownstone are gonna rap about poverty and having to sell drugs?
Not at all.
What they're doing? They're going out with their they're going out with their friends with their brand new cars, going to their clubs and bars and chilling. That's all they're doing. It's changing culture. Culture changed. Culture is what killed rap.
Mm-hmm. So
rap,
what's the new thing now?
This is my thing.
What's the thing?
Rap music should take a big responsibility.
But what's
for neighborhood being bad?
What's now? What's music
What's now?
Yeah.
Now rap is more positive now. Hip hop more
but
positive.
There's
That's
more
why
genres than just hip hop.
Also, what changed is somebody come up with a song, make their own video now, and put their own channel.
Yes.
On. Back in the day, you had to do it differently.
Yes.
And it was advertised. There was less of it around. Now there's more of it around.
Mm-hmm.
So now there's too many different styles.
Too much saturation. So
it's a done deal. Now there's a rapper in every block. Back in the day, it was a rapper in every
block,
neighborhood.
on every click. Everyone's,
So my opinion, culture killed rap.
I think the availability to start doing it saturated the market so much that the whole industry didn't know what to do with itself.
Rap had a grip on communities, certain parts of society.
What kind of grip?
Meaning a bunch of non-drug dealing, a bunch of non-gangsters were talking about, rapping about selling drugs and killing people.
Right.
And their people were buying these albums, listening to them. And I'm not saying every person, but maybe 1 out of 100, 1 out of 10 got influenced by it.
Right.
So, oh man, I want to be a blood like him. I want to sell drugs like him. But you see, I'm going to tell you something now. You walk through certain neighborhoods in Brooklyn, you see a lot of people, they're singing this shit in the street. And they're trying to act like that. It's sad. Now, a majority of them get older and realize, hey, I was an idiot. Right. I shouldn't have fucking looked up this
shouldn't have done that shit in the first place.
There's, like I said, there's those 2 or 3 people out of 10 who are really heavy into that lifestyle who think, I got to become a drug dealer first, then I got to kill somebody second, then go to jail and then become a rapper.
You think that's the formula?
I'm not saying all of them, though. Also, I think rap really hurt communities. Because a lot of kids...
Nah, I don't think
so. That's an influence, bro. Let me tell you something, bro. I don't agree with stopping shit, but I have to agree with one thing. If your kids are watching movies with curses, your kids are gonna be cursed when they're 7 years old. 5.
So, that's your job not to allow it to happen.
Yes, but I'm saying, if you're an idiot and you allow, if I put on movies with my son, or any of my nephews, and if anybody lives with their kids, and all you watch is movies with curses and sex and drugs, they're gonna see that every day of their lives and think it's normal, or it's okay if I do it the right way. But then when they go down that path, they don't know which way they're going to hit. They can hit the way where they had some fun and they're gone, or they can go to do something stupid down that path and go to jail for life. Right. So when all the hip-hop movies are about killing people and gangs and drugs and pretty women and fast cars, it's cool for me to watch because I'm not going to go out and do, but for a fucking 12-year-old kid might see that and say, oh, shit. If I can get a hot girl like him, if I sell drugs and get a nice new car and be gangster, I'm serious. I'm not saying everybody falls for it, and a lot of parents are good, but I'm saying I just think the people that were doing it, they're the ones out there. How about this? This is my thing. Some gang member's shot by a cop, and he's killed. One of these rappers hop out and say, oh, yeah, it's bullshit. It's fucking racism. What if we hopped out on you and said, yo, man, you're promoting this shit? He was robbing a store. He had a gun in his hand. It sucks that I killed an 18-year-old kid. I didn't want to do that when I woke up today. But it's either me or him are going home tonight. I'm going home to my wife and kids. He don't have wife and kids. What he has is a gun on him. He got drugs in his pocket. He just robbed the store. I'm not saying it all happens like that. But people get together and they start protesting it. But I'm saying, why aren't you protesting the hip-hop business? And not all of it. Just a part of it that promotes this stuff. Not every rapper is doing it.
Right.
I can name 100 rappers that just sing about their life and about cool things, make love songs and shit, and it's fucking cool. They might talk about their neighborhood, but they're not promoting. Some of these rappers are promoting it, and then they're the same ones going on TV saying, "Oh."
But nowadays it's even worse. It's about promoting drug use.
No, now it's
slowed
down.
Because remember, before it was about like you said, I want to be a drug dealer and it's cool and you should. Nowadays it's more like. It's cool to get fucked up.
No, it's amazing. No, you're right. But know what amazing though?
You know what I'm saying? That's where the change happened. It went from drug dealing to drug using.
I think hip hop and rap was great. I think there was
He said was great.
no, it was great. I don't think it's really big anymore, but I think hip hop and rap was great. I think the majority was great. And it was not. It was.
So you think it's dead? That's it. No
I think the
more.
majority was somewhat positive, with a little bit of negativity towards it, but not criminal negativity. Just negativity, like I grew up in this environment and whatever. But there are some rappers out there that praise drug dealing.
Of course.
They praise being a gangster.
Same as rock stars. Same as all of them.
But the thing is, the rock stars weren't. A rock and roll guy wasn't on there talking about shooting somebody in the head on every song. They might have talked about a lot of rock music was actually against wars. They were like those, they
That's
had
way back.
a lot of protest songs.
And there's subgenres to rock and roll, so you got
a lot of protest songs.
You got to there's
But rock and roll is sex and drugs.
It's fucking death metal. There's
rock
fucking
and roll.
alternative. There's emo. I mean, it's like
It was bad for the culture. It was bad because a lot of people.
what was bad for the culture.
Rock and roll was bad in a way too. Because a lot of people were doing drugs at these. Yeah, you go to a rock concert back in the '60s and '70s, they would have 15 overdoses in one night.
The drugs would be there regardless because that was the drug boom.
What I'm saying is that the rock and roll should take. Rock and roll already took responsibility for the drug epidemic and the sex, all that kind of shit at their concerts. When 15 people died, they didn't do it that day, but years later they said, yeah, we kind of promoted it. I mean, they were doing videos, but I'm not saying. But the thing is, in their songs, they promoted drugs. That's why we had a drug problem. Do you notice the crime rate in the whole country went down dramatically in the past couple of years, maybe 10 years? It was going down.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because I believe they started protesting these movies and some of these songs, and I think some of the rappers, like even I seen Jay-Z went a different way. You understand? A lot of rappers went a different way, away from that gangster stuff. And when they
evolved with the times.
Yes, and what happened was I seen the crime rate go down because now 15, 16-year-old kids who were listening to Jay-Z were listening to a positive song. They weren't hearing the Jay-Z from 93 or 94 of, sitting on the park bench in the project selling fucking nick bags and shooting motherfuckers. They come near me, I'll shoot this guy in the head and I'll kill this guy and I'm moving kilos. Now he's talking about owning the Nets and being a billionaire and being with Beyonce.
Well, you got to talk about what you know, so...
Now,
if that's what you know right now, yeah, that's kind of what we're going to talk about.
I'm not knocking him for it.
No.
I'm not. All I'm saying is take responsibility a little bit. Some of the movies and some of the I'm not saying. Listen, movies. I agree with you. A parent could tell their kid, listen, you're not watching this shit at 15, 16. You're not watching murdering and rapes or pornography or whatever. You can control that, but music you can't control.
Right.
Because some kids are allowed to listen to it and they can bring a radio around. Music is tough
Nowadays,
to control.
everything's on the phone.
Everything's on the phone.
So you can access it within seconds. Who's going to stop you?
100%. So, yeah, I think hip-hop should take a big responsibility for a lot of the crack epidemic, some of the neighborhood drugs.
I think it's just a correlation. I don't think it's, I understand the glorification you're talking about, but it would have happened regardless. Hip-hop was a byproduct of those feelings.
Let me ask you a question.
But the first hip hop that came out was actually positive.
It was. I'm not talking about that hip hop. I'm talking about that was the '80s.
Right,
I'm not
but that's
talking
crack
about
epidemic right there.
No, I'm saying, but they was still in the '90s. I mean, selling it, cocaine, crack, heroin.
Yeah, that's what it went into. But
yes.
At first, it went into major use in the '80s, and that's what fucking
But they didn't
crumbled
speak against
everything.
it. They didn't speak against it, and they grew up in it. What they did was they glorified being a part of it. I was selling the crack rocks in the corner. I was shooting the motherfucker here. I was banging this bitch. This is what they were talking about. So when a kid listens to this for 5 or 6, 7 or 8 fucking years, eventually you have 100 kids listening to this. I can bet you 20 of them are gonna go out there and say, you know what? I'm gonna try this shit. Now, when they put a hot girl on TV drinking Coca-Cola and she goes, this tastes so good. Motherfuckers are buying Coke because they see it every single day. So when they go to a
Product
store,
placement, baby.
They were basically, the drug dealers should say thank you to all these rappers. Thank you for promoting our product.
Glorified the business.
Thank you for promoting this. Thank you for glorifying it because you guys made us hundreds of billions of dollars over the past 20 years. Thank you. They should thank them. Thank Jay-Z. Thank Nas. Thank all these guys.
Right. They
100%.
brought it to light.
Yeah. Biggie Smalls, 10 Crack Commandments. People love that song. Guess what? They're on the
love
corner.
that song.
But guess what? They're on the corner living by it.
Not anymore. Not as hard body. It's different now. It's different now. That stuff is gone. Thank God.
Tupac.
They've evolved though. They're still doing it. It's just in a different way.
I think Tupac would have been the guy to break that barrier first. He was smart.
If he stayed alive, he would have
stopped all that.
He would have broke a lot of barriers.
He would have called everybody out. He had he outspoken person.
Yep.
And he was going towards that way. Some of his songs later in life, he wasn't really a gangster Tupac. He was talking about struggle and about poverty and about his
growing
people.
up in that world.
Yeah, and he was talking about some of that stuff, but he never really. I never really. I don't think he ever expressed that he was some big time drug dealer or a big time thug or never killed nobody. He might have talked about it a little bit though, but some of these rappers, some of the song titles, I mean, it's right there in it's right there in the pudding. It's right there.
Shoot that bitch.
Yeah, exactly. Cop killer, shit like that. Let me tell you something, man.
Shoot that.
Some people are influenced.
Yeah.
Through some channels.
Absolutely.
In life.
Absolutely.
And they'll live their life towards. Religion is the biggest. Religion is the biggest bullshit story in the world, like the actual religion, all religions, because people live their lives accordingly to it, and they give money to it, and they profit off of it, and they keep people in order. Same thing with hip hop.
Yeah.
If every day your mom tells you to pray before you go to bed, you do it. You're most likely gonna do it, and you're gonna do it with your kids. If every day you're listening to a record and they're saying, "Yo, go out to the PJs and go to the block, make that money, represent, shoot that motherfucker, kill motherfuckers, kill everybody wearing fucking blue, Crips, Bloods, this that, the white man's bad, this that." I'm serious, bro. Rob the next guy, rob the next drug dealer, don't nobody sell on your block. All these kids are living by those commandments. Rap is like a secret way of telling kids how to live your life and buy our music. We'll keep on telling you how to live. It's like do you ever see those videos on Facebook?
So you don't think it's art at all? You think it's just propaganda?
I mean, I think at first the people, they didn't realize it though. But I just think that hip hop should take some type of role. And I think most black people would agree with me that hip hop should take some kind of role of hurting their own communities. They put a hurting to it a little bit. They built a culture of drug dealing and people killing each other.
I would say it did more. It's a double-edged sword. It did more good than harm, but it did some harm, yes, but more good. Because it allowed a way out, a way up.
Yeah.
So,
I think hip hop should take a lot of responsibility.
Well, you don't think it does?
Let me ask you a question. Because the black community is a very interesting community to read about in the 1920s and 30s. They went through a lot of shit, but their communities were peaceful. They were nice. They all owned houses.
Yep.
Everything was all good. They were uprising up to the civil rights. They were making amazing strides, improvements. They were basically doing the smartest thing in the world, nonviolent protests. They were going through Washington. They were smart. They got politicians behind them. They went to Washington. We want our fucking rights, and they got them. But right after they got their rights, right after the civil rights movement, why did all their communities go downhill?
Crack,
drugs, fatherless homes, poverty. Everything went downhill. But before that, I'm not saying they were rich, but they were in a better position and they were going down a better road. Why did they made a quick right turn somewhere? And they all did it. I think the crack epidemic was number one. I destroyed them. Racism, the system that was destroyed at first. That was really hard to overcome. But they could have did it earlier, I think. But I think the crack epidemic really set them back. I think hip hop and some of the movies that they were being produced by their own people and being shown to them, it's like propaganda. I mean, why don't they have? How about this? You walk back in the day. You walked with Bed-Stuy. I didn't see pictures of You've seen some, but I didn't see pictures of like the women who figured out the mathematics on the moon. You understand? You ever see that movie, Boris? There's a movie about it. The girl, the person who figured out how to get to the moon and all that shit, all the mathematical part.
Yeah.
Why aren't there pictures of them in the hood on a library? But no, they put Biggie.
I remember that movie.
But hold on, they'll put Biggie Smalls up there. They'll put Farrakhan.
Because more people relate to them.
No, they want them to relate to them.
They just do because those people are public figures.
They are, but they're the public figures are the wrong ones. Why can't they put a picture of Denzel Washington up? Say this guy's fucking achieved everything. People like that. Actually, you see a lot of Barack Obama stuff, which is good because he's a president of the United States. He's somebody to look up to. Even though I don't agree with his policies, he's someone to look up to. He lived his life straight.
Right.
Became a lawyer, a senator. He went to college. His whole path in life was peaceful and to help other people. You know, and I think he did a pretty good job with that. I'm not gonna lie. The guy was president for Christ's sake for 8 years. He did a lot of good things. You know, he just made some bad policies. I'm not gonna get into that. But you see pictures of him. I'm saying, but when I go around, I just feel like I'm not saying this. I don't want to be bad, but I just say in the black community they were praising rappers and they were praising the wrong people, and I just feel like people should have did a better job of having them praise other people. That's all I'm saying. There was so many, even like Martin Luther King, you don't see him being praised as much as he should be. That's my opinion. They celebrate his birthday.
You see him praised pretty. Yeah, he's got his own holiday.
I'm saying his own holiday, whatever. But I just think they should praise him more. There's a lot of black people, a lot of black famous people, politicians, religious people, you know, just people who. There's a lot of black millionaires and billionaires who did good for the community. They don't praise them. I just don't know why. Why praise? I say Puff Daddy's a good guy to praise right now because he's a businessman now. I'm cool with him now.
Jay-Z too.
Jay-Z's a good guy to praise right now. But there's a lot of
Kanye.
Yeah, but I'm saying like this guy. How about this? I know you hate him, but before he was a rat. That guy is 6'9". All these kids wanted to be like him. They got tattoos on their faces. Why praise that asshole? Look where he's at right now.
He was a business investment.
Whatever he was, why praise him? What is he good for the community? He's telling you these people are not good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, he's representing the Bloods on TV, and a kid's walking by with his YouTube and he's watching it. You know what I'm saying? He might see the Blood. Y'all want to be like, y'all want to join you guys. You're chilling with this guy. This guy's a part of you. I want to be with that network. I just think the hip hop community really hurt their community, and the hip hop community could have did a better job on praising other people. That's all I'm saying. They didn't have to praise drugs so much. That's my opinion. Maybe a lot of people say I would be wrong, that they're the greatest people in the world, these rappers. But, you know, where were they with all these...
Hi, Chucky.
Where are they, though, at the end of the day? Honestly, you think Jay-Z's helping out fucking...
No. He probably has a couple of foundations.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, they're called write-offs, not foundations.
Well, you know,
called write-offs.
Listen, he still invests into it, and it still does some kind of good for
You know
somebody.
what? You know who I like? I hate him as a basketball player because I'm a Knicks fan. I like LeBron James. The guy built a school with his own money. I know he's going to write for his taxes, but it's a good write-off. But he built a fucking school, like the highest technology school, like in the fucking country for like little kids. They have computers. He got them uniforms. He built a brand new school from the ground up. Brand new. Where hundreds of kids can go every year. That's a lot for a school. But for 2,000 kids in that school, maybe it's a private school. He pays for everything, every year. It's his school. It comes from his money. So when he's making $50 million a year, he's running the school. Maybe it cost him a couple million to run the school. He's taking care of that. That's a person that should be on. He is already though. He's already praised. Those are the people you want. The people to praise.
The role models.
Even young. I think a young white kid should look up to LeBron James. A young Asian kid, Latino, anybody should. Yeah. Those are the people. Let me tell you something. Hip hop also affected white communities too. Latino communities. They also affected it. Trust me. 100%. I think it affected the youth culture in the 90s and early 2000s. A lot of kids are stupid as shit. Trust me. There's a lot of shit. I grew up, I was white. All my friends listened to rap. I think it influenced some of us. Maybe even me.
I'm sure it did.
Maybe I'm a victim. Now I'm speaking against it. Yeah. Who knows?
I'm a willing participant.
The sad part about it, it's manipulating you.
See.
It's actually manipulating you. It's basically kind of not controlling your mind, but it's getting into your mind and you don't even know it because you're watching it and you're enjoying it.
The rhythm.
We don't realize it's changing you. It's changing you. It's changing you because you're watching movies every day and you're listening to the music and some kid runs his mouth to you and you're like, yo, fuck this. And you know, it's just that's the way you think the way life is.
Right.
You think, oh, you know, I'll go buy an ounce of Coke and bag it up and sell it, make some money and buy some fucking Jordans. You know, because this guy does it. Or he used to do it. It works for him.
Yeah, but that's passing on the wrong thing.
I think a good portion of hip-hop passed on the wrong message to not only the black community, but the youth of our nation.
They were just passing the message of what was being said in the community and how the community felt. They just glorified some of that stuff.
Yeah, but a lot of them also...
They're product of their environment.
They are, but a lot of them also talked about they were saying like they praised about doing it. I'm telling you, like I heard songs before. I'm like, yo, this guy's an idiot. Like if he actually really did this, he'd be in jail tomorrow for what he's talking about. And every now and then it happens. Every now and then there's some fucking stupid fucking singer who talks about a crime he did, and he gets locked up for it.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
If they could put the two and two together, there's been cases like that.
Hey. You know, I had two friends that were murdered. They never found out who they were. If some kid from Sheep's Bay came out with a song and he talked about something and it kind of fit the description, who knows? Maybe someone else make a phone call. Say, yo, this kid, maybe they go after him and kill him. You wonder why some of these rappers like Pop Smoke just got fucking shot in his house. Done some fucked up shit, boy. Execution style. They only killed you out of how many people were in the house? That was a hit. That was a crazy hit. They didn't do it when he's by himself. Like, yo, we're gonna get him with his party. Set an example. That was some real gangster shit, bro. They shot him right in the fucking head.
They didn't kill nobody else, right?
No. The people, they went in there. I'm not sure of the story, but I think they were all sitting in the house and they just gathered them all up and said, yo, come here, Pop Smoke, and bang. That's it, done deal. He killed somebody. That kid, remember, he's from Brooklyn, Canarsie, right here.
Is that right?
He's from Canarsie. They had the big mural there. They had a big thing going on. He's right from, I think, I don't know if it's 90-something street, probably in the 90s or the 80s. He's from over there. Flatlands over there, bro.
No shit.
Yeah, he's fucking literally fucking, for us, 5-minute car ride. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They went right into the fucking, he had an apartment in LA, or I don't know if he was renting them. I don't know how they do it. I'm not sure the status of it, but he was renting an apartment over there, something like that. He was in LA. He had some people over, and these motherfuckers, I don't know if they broke into the house, but they walked in the house with masks on. They fucking shot him right in the head. They shot him a couple of times. I'm not exactly sure how many shots were fired. I really was into the story because everyone's like, oh my God, it's a tragedy. It's, listen, bro.
Bound to happen.
No, not bound to happen. That had nothing to do with, I don't think it had anything to do with music. When motherfuckers walk in your house, you're having a party. First of all, no one wants to kill nobody in front of people. That's the stupidest thing in the world. They'll do it with a drive-by. They'll do it maybe a quick run-by behind the back. Maybe one or two of your boys. If you're walking with 7 people on the block, they might not shoot you. A smart gangster. Now, wait for I get him by himself. Or maybe he's with his other boy. I don't care,
Right.
But they fucking walked in his house with people in there. And they did it calmly. Like they've done it before. Like they planned this. They kind of said, you know what? He's there now. That's our opportunity. Got to do it. Got to be done. Has to be done tonight. Maybe he was ready. Maybe he was alright. You don't know, bro. Maybe he was involved with some shit in Brooklyn. And he was out in L.A. thinking, they can't get me now. I got bodyguards. I leave my house. Remember, a lot of people that have bodyguards, you see them walking around, they only have bodyguards when they go to the store. When they leave the house. They don't have bodyguards in the house 24/7. How much money that'll cost them? They ain't got no Denzel Washington money or Will Smith. Like Will Smith lives in a neighborhood. I was watching this by other celebrities. They have a security system, a security company in that neighborhood. When you're leaving, you call them. You tell them, I'm going on vacation for a week. They watch your house. They have like systems on the gates and shit where in order for you to get in, like you can say, I'm leaving my house and going to the store, and they know you're gone. And when you get back, you have to call them. Yo, I'm back now. Maybe you text now, you have an app, who knows. But they know where you are. And what happens is nobody can get onto your property. Like if someone rings your fucking bell, and without, you know what I'm saying? There's a bunch of things. They had it in the 90s. These are exclusive neighborhoods. So they don't have security with them all the time. If you had security in that house, that wouldn't have happened.
Maybe, maybe not. It's hard to say.
But also, it could be some knucklehead rappers that he dissed on one of his songs. Yeah. And just for crazy.
Maybe the situation went too far.
Some of these kids are crazy out there.
Right.
Bro, out west, in California, bro, it's a big state, man. It's a big fucking state. And those plates, know why California is so crazy with crimes? Because if you committed a crime in New York and you go to Boston with your car, New York plates, they're going to pull you over and fuck with you. California, it's a big fucking state. You can kill somebody in LA and go down to fucking San Diego and blend in.
And not have to change plates.
Yeah, Mexico's right there. Joke, Mexico. To get there, you're not going to a different state. You're going right down the fucking parkway. Boom, one parkway. All the way in Mexico. You know, some of these rappers, though, they get killed like that, bro. They done something stupid.
Yeah, pass catches up to you sometimes.
Think about this. Say some kid kills your fucking... Say your brother got shot in the street over some beef or some party or something. Even if it was a mistake.
Right.
And you know who did it, but there's no evidence. And the kid's like, he's crazy in the neighborhood. Years later, he becomes some rapper, and he's chilling out in the open now, and he's chilling out in fucking California. You're watching this
Fuck him.
You're watching this jerk off on TV make millions of dollars, and he fucking killed your fucking friend or your brother.
Right, and you're letting him live.
And guess what? He's not thinking of anybody coming after him, because when he's at the music awards, there's thousands of people with guns there. But when that motherfucker's home, or he's leaving a bar or a club one night, driving his Mercedes.
Yep, the transit is where you can.
Yeah,
you can
these
get
motherfuckers
got.
wait for you, bro. They got years of planning. They can plan this for 3 months. That Tupac murder, that Biggie murder, those things were planned. They were planned for a while, bro. The Tupac wasn't. That was a spur of the moment fighting the casino. The guy they jumped, he just fucking popped him. That was a done deal. That Tupac tried being a gangster, and they went after a real gangster. You know, that guy Baby Lame, the Crip.
Yeah.
He had a couple of bodies on him. They were investigating him for murders. He was from fucking, I think he was from Compton or whatever. He was a real deal gangster. Tupac was just a guy that lived in 5 different cities, and he was a good singer. And Suge Knight bailed him out of jail in Rikers Island, and then he signed the record deal on a fucking tissue. Yeah, they made a contract on a piece on a napkin, with a pen on a napkin. They did a contract, and Tupac signed it.
No shit.
And yeah, because Suge Knight bailed him out. You gotta remember, Tupac was shot up. He went to jail 2 days later because he had another case going. While he was in the studio in New York, when those guys came in and shot him up, he was Puff Daddy and Biggie and them were all upstairs. What group was that? The Junior Mafia, right?
Yeah,
They were upstairs.
yeah.
And he blamed them for that. When he went to Rikers, Puff, the bad boy, was supposed to fucking had control over him. Nobody bailed him out. Suge Knight flew to New York. Said, I can get you out tomorrow. I got the money. Talked to the judge. He had big money back then. No one knew who this guy was. He's just a fucking. He was worth. You know, at one point his company was worth hundreds of millions, bro.
I believe.
Now he's worth 200,000. Now it's a joke, but he's going to jail for the rest of his life. He ran over that guy.
Yes.
You know why, right?
Probably owed him money.
No, because one of the guys was making a movie or something like that about Tupac being killed, something like that, or Suge Knight was involved in it. And I told him, don't make it.
Is that what that was?
Something going on with that. Yeah, there's something. The guy he killed, he knew, because he ran him over with the car. But those guys were punching him in the face, you know, because Suge Knight lost his fucking credibility in the street. He showed up, and when he drove away, he ran the guy over and killed him. They charged him with the manslaughter. Now they're charging him. He's getting like 20-something years. He's already in his fucking late 40s. He's in jail the rest of his life.
That's it.
Coming out broke. He has no money for a lawyer. But no, what was I gonna say with Tupac? He bailed him out. Brought him to fucking California. Started making songs. Tupac blew up out in L.A. Holy fuck. Yo, California Love, songs like that.
Yeah.
Yo, blew up. People were fucking pumping the shit everywhere. Tupac was leaving him. Tupac fired his lawyer. Suge Knight had a lawyer. Suge Knight he was a real gangster. He had a lawyer. He had full control over Tupac, with all his music. Tupac was wondering about some money he was missing. Because he was hearing that he had a lot of sales. He's like, I should get
more than I'm getting.
Back then, it was like $4 or $5 million missing. And Suge Knight was known to
skim a little off.
Well, if he made $20 million, he would give Tupac a couple thousand here and there. Just, I'll give you a house. Here's a brand new car. Here's $10,000 this week. And then he would say to you, oh, no, I'm paying for your food. I'm paying for your travel. And smart businessman. Basically like a black Jew in a way. And that's what, very smart. He's very tight with his money, and he had all the money in the world. But on the other hand, he was a real gangster.
Yeah, from what I heard. From what I heard, he was.
He'll kill you. No bullshit. Fucking kill you. No gangster. But Tupac thought who he was. They said the guy Baby Lame was wearing a Rockefeller chain. Because that was a thing back then. Because they had beef with fucking the Bloods, the Rockefeller. Not the Rockefeller, the Death Row chain. So they're saying that Baby Lane and his friends robbed one of the guys, and Suge Knight personally gave it to him. So Baby Lane purposely wore it, knowing they were going to be there. He's like, this guy was huge. They even said they didn't do nothing to him. A bunch of guys jumped, like 5, 6 guys jumped him from Death Row Records. Tupac set it off. But he only did that because he knew he had Suge Knight with him, who's fucking...
It's a mountain of a man.
You know, Suge Knight was a football player for the NFL.
Is that right?
He, I know he was college, but I think he played football, but something happened. He got hurt, or I think they threw him out. I don't know. He was, he could have been a football player. This guy was huge.
He was.
They fucked up the guy. That was a Mike Tyson fight.
He is.
That was a Mike Tyson fight. They fucked up Baby Lane, and then I guess they broke it up, and they all ran out. And then all of a sudden, they're saying the guy, boom, They shot Tupac in the fucking street. That was spur of the moment. They went to the club to see if he was there, and he wasn't there. So they were coming back, and Tupac drove. He was going to the club, and he drove right by them. They made a U-turn. They shot his ass up, and they said Baby Lane's the one who did it. The guy, only one guy still alive who was in the car, and he was supposedly the uncle of Baby Lane. Baby Lane was killed, I think, a year later. Well, first he was shot up in the legs, and he lived, and he was like in a wheelchair for a while, and then they said he was back to normal. He seen some kid that owed him money or something like that at a car wash. I don't know, someplace. He pulled up on him, and the kid fucking shot him, killed him.
Wow.
You know?
No,
So,
you never. Yo, with that whole situation, you never know. You do shit like that, you never know when they gonna come get you.
Let me get half of that. No, he got shot up, and that's the guy who killed Tupac. They already know it. They already said there's too much evidence pointing towards it. You know, it don't make sense. I mean, that's how it was back in the day. If he got fucked up. Oh, there's a lot left. I thought there was less.
About 2 cups. That's it.
Cool, man. I'm gonna get some ice anyway. Maybe. Nah, I'm okay. Actually, I'm gonna get ice. But yeah, that was a real gangster. A guy that said, "Oh, you wanna fucking jump me? I ain't playing games. I'm gonna fucking put a couple on your head."
That's it.
He tried killing both of them. They shot at both of them. So Suge Knight just got lucky. That's all it was. The bullets didn't hit him. I think one bullet hit him. That was it. But there is one guy alive. It's a cool documentary I watched. It's pretty interesting, but it tells you everything. You know, it's 100% it was them. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense.
But Suge Knight, he's a fucking gangster. He's a fucking gangster. He stole Vanilla Ice's shit. That was a great story. You see the story?
Yeah. Hung him off of a balcony.
He didn't hang him off the balcony. That's false.
Well, his people did.
No, he walked him to the balcony and he showed him. It was like 5 stories. He showed him and he told him, "This is what you're gonna do. Sign these papers, or you're going off." And Vanilla Ice said he had a squad. He said it. These guys are a bunch of linebackers for football. They were all fucking 6 foot above, fucking diesel guys. He had an entourage.
Right.
Walked in with like fucking 8, 9 guys.
Well, if you're planning some shit like that, you better not walk in alone.
Vanilla Ice and 2 people. It was my security. Couldn't do nothing. They had guns. They walked in with guns in their hands. These are the Bloods, bro. These are the main Bloods. They have they're from some part. How about this? You know, one of the guys in the car. When one of the guys in the car who was involved in that, or one of the guys who gave him the car, I don't know how it went down. Puff Daddy's father was a big-time drug dealer. No, I'm sorry. Puff Daddy's father knew some big-time drug dealer. He knew the guy out in the West Coast. That guy in the West Coast, his crew, was involved in the murder. I think it was his nephew. So they're saying there's a possibility that Puff Daddy might have paid these guys. Baby Lane could have been over there scoping these guys out, see what they're doing. They could have been hired killers because the guy who's the big-time drug dealer from that area, from their block, the guy they worked for, was Puff Daddy's father's connects friend. It's a whole thing. Puff Daddy was linked to it. They say there's a good chance Puff Daddy had the money back then. He could have gave... There's some guy in New York they said Puff Daddy gave the money to, and that guy was supposed to pay them, but that guy didn't pay. That's what came out. Yo, Suge Knight was after Puff Daddy from the very beginning. He was after him. There was a problem down in Atlanta. There was some... Puff Daddy's bodyguard killed Suge Knight's friend down in Atlanta over a fight.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And ever since then, Suge Knight wanted them. So Puff Daddy had to call up these people before they went to California to see if everything's okay. Because they were going to fucking kill him. They're little soldiers on the street, bro. Yo, there's people...
Kids don't give a fuck. They're just blasting.
There's people coming out now and saying that Suge Knight was Suge Knight had people working for him that were approaching other people that Suge Knight cannot be connected to. Like, he would tell somebody, "Listen, I got fucking 50 grand. Here you go. Take care of this problem." That person will go to somebody that doesn't even know Suge Knight. So, "Yo, we want this guy killed. I'll give you $15,000 tomorrow." Now, in 1990 fucking... Was it 94, 95? 96? No, 96. Well, when was Tupac killed? 96.
I think it was about that, yeah.
Biggie was 97. Everyone knows that date. Yep. Tupac was 96 because it was the year after. Before. But 100%, the Biggie murder in L.A., that came from Suge Knight. Because Tupac went first. Biggie went second. That came from Suge Knight all the way. He paid. Yeah.
It's crazy. What a waste.
Listen, I think they tried having Tupac killed in New York. That's what I think. Because Bad Boy had control over Tupac's music. They had all his fucking songs. Take his ass out. You had Biggie already. You got somebody better. They said they thought he was better back then.
Right.
I think something went down over there. As soon as Tupac left, Bad Boy, he blew up, bro. Number one artist in the country. All his songs hit fucking number one list. But yeah, Suge Knight, they were real gangsters. You can say Puff Daddy's a real gangster. You know why? He's the one with $1 billion right now. He's out of jail.
I'd say so.
He's the real gangster, Puff Daddy. He's the one.
He made it.
You know what happened? His daddy was a somebody. His daddy raised him right. He stayed at a business point. If he needed something done, he probably went to. Imagine he gave the money to his father's friend. His father's friend, they say, calls up his friend in California, calls a hit squad. Some of these fucking gangsters in Harlem, they had connections around the world. These guys were no joke.
Definitely.
Look at Frank Lucas. He had connections all over the country.
Yep.
He could have somebody whacked like that in Chicago, Miami, Cleveland, Detroit.
Yep.
L.A.
Somebody will touch you.
He could pay. He had the money. I got $200 million put away. You want fucking $100,000? Kill that motherfucker tomorrow. Back then, they didn't have the wiretaps. People talked in person.
Yeah, it was a lot more private.
You know?
Conversations were a lot more private.
Listen, Puff Daddy's friend, his father's friend, he has no problems with anybody. No one knows him on the West Coast. He goes out there, has a couple of drinks with his friend. I don't know. I think that was his supplier. He was getting his stuff from California. Maybe vice versa. Still, you're doing big business with this guy. He goes out there. Listen, I got somebody.
Right.
They're willing to pay $1 million. Remember, Puff Daddy was scared. His life was threatened. These guys were. He wasn't dealing with the New York gangsters who have class and respect and sit down and talk. That's the Wild Wild West. Out there, they just shoot. There's no talking. There's some talking among themselves, but outsiders. I don't care if you're from New York, Boston, Miami, Philly.
Don't get you no credit.
You go to fucking LA, bro.
It's a different world.
Open game for everybody. They'll shoot you right on Sunset Boulevard and walk away. Everyone got a gun there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different in New York. Out there, it's a little easier to get guns. A lot easier. Because look at the states next to you. Look at touches. Nevada, Arizona.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a gun states, kid.
True.
It's fucking Trump land. Everyone got red hats and fucking beer bellies, you know?
Oh, God.
It's true.
That fit right in.
Like I said, though, those were real gangsters. And the two non-gangsters got killed. And that was Biggie and that was Tupac. Puff Daddy was the smartest one out of all of them. And that's the end of the story. That's it, Puff Daddy. And Snoop Dogg.
Snoop's a beast.
Snoop Dogg and Dre. But see, Dre never came out as a gangster, but Snoop Dogg, I would say Snoop Dogg is gangster because he had double murder charges. He did some shit.
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
That was a gangster, bro.
I would
Straight up.
No, I would say he's a gangster, but I don't want to put him in that category. I think he grew up in a bad area. I think he held his own. I think he was from the hood, but I don't want to put him as a gangster because I don't think he had a gangster mentality because he was a businessman.
Yeah, he just turned it into business.
I think he'll fuck you up if you fucking mount it off to him. I would say he can say he's from the hood and get respect, but he never. I know he kind of talked about selling drugs, but he's another one who never praised it. Like right away when he got into acting, he started doing, I say, proactive things. And like Ice-T, Ice Cube, a lot of these guys went into the film business. I would even say Will Smith. You know, I'm not a big fan of all his movies. I like I Am Legend. He's a lot of good movies, but these guys were different. They were musicians, or whatever. Some of them came from worse neighborhoods than others. Kanye West, for example. This guy ain't praising shit. He's fucking doing church stuff now. But he's right. His network is sick. Kanye West is smart. But I'm saying, we want to say gangsters who are in the business, Puff Daddy, Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg got a fucking empire. Even that guy, what's this guy's name? Down south, that guy, what's his name? With Louisiana, Lil Wayne and them, the guy who ran everything at one time, Cash Money, what was his name?
Oh,
Baby or what?
Yeah, Baby.
That guy, he was a gangster. These guys were gangsters. Also, the other guy, what's his name? Master P. Right? Was it Master P?
Master P, yeah.
These guys were guys you don't fuck with.
Nope.
They ran shit. They actually they grew up in the 80s and the 90s. These guys were no fucking joke,
Right.
man. That's what I'm trying to say. These are the guys that survived the business and turned their businesses to hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. Okay? Rick Ross is not a gangster to me. He opened a good company, not a gangster. Even the other guy from Rockefeller Records, the guy behind everything, not Jay-Z, behind everything. What was his name?
Damon Dash.
From Philadelphia. You don't fuck with him, boy. Out in Philly, these guys had control. You notice all their people that work for them, they're the ones shooting and getting killed. Puff Daddy profited off Tupac and Biggie getting killed.
Of course.
More than Suge Knight. He profited. Because whenever they attached Biggie's name to Tupac, he was getting paid. That's what he knew. He got paid on everything with Biggie and everything attached with Biggie and Tupac.
Still